Good afternoon, YouTube friends. We are Taco Tuesdaying it up today. I've got a roasted sweet potato street taco coming at you with all the fixings. Keep on watching to see how we make them. Okay guys, to get started, I'm going to soak our cashews in some boiling water to get our vegan sour cream going. So I've just got some roasted salted cashew pieces. Normally you would use raw cashews. They're a little creamier, but these will definitely do in a pinch. I'm pouring some boiling water over them. We're gonna let it soak for about a half hour to 45 minutes, and then we'll buzz them up and get them nice and creamy. Also got a large sweet potato here that I'm going to dice on up. I'm gonna leave the skin on so we get all those nice nutrients in there. I'm also going to slice up half of a large red onion, keep it kind of chunky, and then I'm going to toss on top of that about 4 ounces of sliced button mushrooms. I just had these in the fridge. I'm going to spread them out a little bit so everything can cook evenly. And then I have got a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of garlic powder, salt, pepper, and chili powder. I'm just mixing that up with my knife really quickly. And we're going to sprinkle them all over our vegetables. 0 oil needed. The vegetables are going to soften up and release moisture as we cook them, so they will get nice and tender and full of flavor without any added oil. And I'm just going to toss these a little bit with my hands to get everything coated with all of those flavors, and we're going to pop them in our oven at 400 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes, just until those sweet potatoes are nice and tender. And while our veggies are roasting on up, I'm going to get started on our smashed black beans, which is like the simplest recipe ever. All I'm going to do is dump a can of rinsed and drained black beans into my saucepan here. I'm going to add a half a can of water, and then to that I'll add the juice of a can of diced jalapeños. We'll use the regular jalapeno part in our rice, and then I'm going to plunk in a half a cube of veggie bouillon, and we're going to let that simmer until it soaks up that water and starts to get soft. And then we're going to go in with a potato masher every once in a while and mash up those beans until they're the exact texture you're looking for, and they can be as chunky or as smooth as you prefer. We're just going to kind of let those simmer while we get started on our cashew sour cream, since our cashews have been soaking for a while here. I've got our cashews that we've drained dumped into my Vitamix. I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar and some lemon juice, and I'm going to buzz it up and add some water and salt until it's nice and creamy. This sour cream recipe is actually from the Oh She Glows cookbook. I've been using it for years. It's so yummy. I'll link the recipe below, of course. Definitely have to give credit where credit is due. And speaking of credit, Steve found this amazing rice cooker at a consignment shop last year, and we use it all the time. It's a total game changer. I always have perfect rice. So I've got a rice and water in this rice maker. I'm dumping in that entire can of jalapeños, and we're gonna just turn it on and let it cook on up while we're finishing everything up. This gives our rice an awesome flavor. Then we're just gonna check up on our black beans. They're looking great. If they start to get a little bit dried out, you can of course add some more water to loosen them up a little bit. But now we're just gonna assemble our tacos. I've got our jalapeno rice here on the bottom layer, and then I'm going to add a scoop of our smashed black beans, chock full of flavor. I love that this recipe, there's really no need for any sort of oil. There's so many flavors going on here. They're so fresh and vibrant. Got our sweet potatoes that are nice and roasted up, and our nice and sweet red onions that have caramelized quite a bit, and our mushrooms. Got a nice crunch to them. And then I'm gonna not be shy about the avocado here. And then for some freshness, I'm going to add some fresh cilantro that I've chopped up. And we're gonna add a drizzle of that cashew cream. And then a squirt of fresh lime to bring everything together and brighten it up just a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna keep on assembling a few of these so Steve and I can go to town on these tacos. I forgot to mention earlier, I did toast our corn tortillas on the stovetop for just a couple minutes on each side, so they got nice and warm and soft and a little bit browned on each side. And I definitely made more food than 2 people need to eat for dinner. So this is kind of like a really nice meal prep recipe as well. I'm gonna save those extra veggies and all the extra fixings, and we'll probably have burrito bowls tomorrow. And I might even add those sweet potatoes and black beans to some tofu to make a tofu scramble. You can kind of go a lot of ways with this, and it gives you some very useful leftovers. So there you have it. This is like the perfect weeknight meal. Gives you a lot of extra ingredients to use through the rest of the week. I hope that you guys are staying safe and healthy. I so appreciate you watching, and I can't wait to talk to you soon. Cheers. Excuse me, Olive. Would you like some sweet potato? Yeah? Don't be shy now. No sweet potatoes?